know no one's there yet, but welcome to KayakDangleruk. We're going to try some bass and anything that fits swims basically. We haven't got very good reception where I'm fishing, but let's see what we can do. It's camera level, so my sister doesn't know. Welcome in. Welcome in. Live chat. Whoever that is, I hope you're well. Thanks for the like, most appreciated. I haven't started fishing yet, obviously, I'm just setting up. It's going to be a tough session, there's a lot of wind and we've got a lot of sea, but we're going to have a go for bass. Paul Merritt, welcome in mate. Yeah, we're going for bass, Paul. Thanks for the likes guys, welcome in. I'm just chilling having a cup of tea and then we're going to have a go for some bass or whatever. We've got a kite surfer having a go out there as well, look, showing us some moves, so happy days. Jamie, welcome in. I haven't started fishing yet, I've just sort of got all my rods set up ready, just got to get rigs out and baited up. Just sort of come live quick and turn this round. Big old phone charger plugged in so I don't forget. There you go, charging, the phone straight and level, some system owns. See, I'm not far back in the bivvy for that. Get further back. There we go, so you can see half of it. Welcome in guys. Today I'm using, Paul, I've only got squid and mackerel, mate. So I was going to stick squid strips on a scratcher, 2-hook flapper, maybe squid heads, and I was going to stick big mackerel baits out on like a 6-0 for bass, for like half a mackerel, little ones, little Joe mackerel. So we'll see what we can do. Get the rig out for it. I've got my multiplier rod and a normal rod. I'm going to try the multiplier today. I've had a cast with the new line I put on. It's a little underspooled as anticipated, but it's fine. So we're going to go with a big old 6-0 on a mackerel bait and one rod. I'll show you it now. It's got a 6-0 with a tubed on pennel. I think it's 4-0. Yeah, imagine that down the flank of a mackerel. I think we're going to catch bass. And that's on a little pulley rig, which I'm going to use these for the first time on, because I've had enough of baits unclipping mid-air with big baits, so we're going to use that. I'm going to stick this one on my normal rod for a minute and stick it out there, and that's going to be like a sleeper rod, and I'm going to scratch around with my multiplier rod just so I get a bit more practice on that, and then I might change it over. I really should put the big bait on the multiplier, but the multiplier rod's going further out, so that's why I thought I'd stick it on that. Yeah, these new clips, you put your weight on first. I think we're going to have to go 170s. So these new clips, you push this down here, one way or the other. These are the rotor clips. And you put the weight on, and that's your leg clip. And then you've got that part of it, which you clip your trace body to. And I put a rubber on. You can get special clips, which I have got, but I haven't used yet because I didn't have them in time. First time I tried this clip system. So there's your aero clip, and then the hook goes in there, and then that actually locks it in place. But not that far obviously, but it actually locks it in place. I'm looking forward to trying these. I'm sick of them coming undone. So this is just a pulley rig, guys, yeah? A normal pulley bead there. It's not all Trident gear, it's a combination of several. Pretty clean. This thing, I'll show you. This then hooked in here. These are new Trident clips. Not new, but new to me. This thing goes in there. That's a 6.0 hook, and it just about takes them apparently. I haven't really tried it, to be honest. It does just about take it. And then that can't fly out like normal, so it hits the water because it's completely locked in. I'm looking forward to using these. 9 people in the house. Welcome in. So yeah, we're going to get a mackerel bait on that one. Just on the normal rod though, not on the multiply. Multiply, I'm going to use a scratch. I don't want to use it on big baits yet. You with me, yeah? I don't want to mess up casting on a multiplier with half mackerels. And I know some people say half a joey is probably excessive, the head section and that, but I don't think it is. These are commercially caught by my friends, and half of it, like, they're very small commercially caught joeys, so like half of that there is not a massive bait. It's like the length of your finger plus just a little bit, so. I'm going to cut all the fins off, stop any chance of spinning, or give us less chance of spinning. I'm not going to bother cutting into the gill rakers because obviously we cut the back of the fish open. So we're just going to literally stick that as a sleeper rod on this rig here, which I'll show you. So I personally go in the back side, and I go in like that, and then out, and I lay that flat there, and I get my elastic, so it's laid flat there, and I bind this on, so all the line's tight to the fish. Push that down so it's nice. Bind this on. I don't go too mad with it because it snaps. I'm not too mad with it, but get it on there. Especially at this end, I like to get a bit out of the head end. Right, so that's that bound on, a bit loose there, but we won't worry about that. I'm going to get my pennel. Through the top and out through the bottom, and that's basically what we're going to go sticking out for a bass. Bosh. If there's any £10 bass around, we'll get him. And I don't remove my user. Oh, sorry guys, I'm pressing buttons. What baits I'm using today? There you go, another big mackerel bait close to the bass. It's not going close in, Paul. It's going about 70 yards out. There's a pinnacle of rocks out there with a trough this side of it from the shore. So I'm obviously, yeah, in the trough. So we'll turn this back round. Welcome in if you've joined, by the way. Sorry I'm not very on the chat at the moment, I'm just getting set up. I'm going to put my finger stool on because we're direct braid on this rig. And the other rod's got a leader with the multiplier. We're going to play around with the multiplier today for the first time fishing. And I hope you can hear me, it's very windy. Got my rod down there for now. We'll see what happens as the tide comes up. Yeah, this I'll show you, this hooks on. Wow, that is so sharp for size 6. Wow. Yeah, that's much better. That locks that big bait in place. See that, guys? See how that locks that in place? Much better. Alright, so there we go, guys. Let's zoom in a bit. No, it's only pressing buttons. Why won't it zoom now? Welcome in if you're just coming, Stuart, Diane, Paul Merritt, Jay, Jamie, sorry, Richard, welcome in. We're going to have a bass, guys. I'm trying to zoom my phone in, but it doesn't want to zoom. It's just scrolling on the messages. Let's go to none for a minute. Why won't it let me zoom? What's going on? Well, that's really weird. Oh, there you go. No, don't remove comments. It's been really funny on the Zoom front. No, it's trying to remove comments, guys. I really apologise if it has. You know how normally it zooms like as it pleases? It won't even zoom. Did it once and it hasn't done it since. That's really weird. No. It's trying to remove comments every time I zoom. It's really strange. Why is this not zooming, guys? Any ideas? Is it because I've disobeyed them and done it this way round? Stop adding moderators and unblocking moderators. Well, this ain't zooming, guys. I don't know what is going on with my phone, but she ain't zooming. Instantly go backwards. There we go. No, don't remove comments. Don't pass go. Don't click 200. Well, the zoom function on this has changed, guys. And it's still rubbish. Very difficult indeed. I don't know how they expect you to zoom it out. Anyway, guys, I'm back. Unhide the chat. No. Sorry, guys, I've had the chat hidden because I was trying not to remove comments and it's still removing comments here. I've changed YouTube. I'm not liking it, I'm telling you. But welcome in, guys. It's a good picture here. Happy days. I'm surprised because I've got really rubbish reception here. But this is going to be tough fishing, guys, I think, for a bit. If the tide's a little bit, there we go, there's tide on the rod. I'm not going to get the other rod set up just yet. I've got it ready, just need to get a rig on it. Try the new multiplier out at some point, but not just yet. Let's chill for a minute. You've got a rod in the water. Thanks, Richard. Most appreciated. Sorry if I missed anyone coming in. I appreciate all the likes. Thanks very much for that. 11 likes already in the first 10 minutes or so. That's crazy. Thanks, guys. It's a seriously bassy looking bit of beach right now, guys. So I did struggle on that cast. I tried a ground cast. It didn't go out very well, so we'll leave it for a bit. We've got squid as well, so there's a bit of weed out there. Should have the rod close to the water, you see, but it won't take long and it'll be up here, so it's only a tiny tide today though, but there's plenty of current there, so it should come up alright. 16 people, welcome in. Welcome to KayakDangleruk UK. Hope you're all good. Hope you're having a nice Sunday. I've got a cup of tea. It's the first thing I did when I got here, so I'm glad the picture's holding out. It's sort of going in and out blurring as I'm seeing it. Yeah, it's not going to be an easy session by any means, but we're having a go, aren't we? So I mean, I could just alternate the rods if it's too much for two rods. That's what I'm thinking, you see. Oh, that was a touch. Or was it just a line in the wave? Braid, don't forget, yeah, on that rod. We've got braid, so it's direct through. How's the horizon? Nice and straight. My sister will be happy. At the end of the day, if we get a bite on that, it's going to be something substantial because it's half a mackerel on there, so first time I've seen people walk past and not worry about the line on their heads. That's rare. Well done, people. You see the rod's alright, yeah, you can see the rod alright just about. I don't want to zoom in too much because you won't get all the beaching, you know. No, this is a different beach, Richard. This is a beach about a mile up the beach, like as the crow flies. So I'm not far from it, mate. I'm at the beach I did my last fishing live on, and the same beach I was with Shaky, you know. I'm on that beach when I did that little video with Shaky, that morning with Shaky. It's that beach. It's where I go kayaking and get all my bass, so this is why I've come to fish the bottom here, because there should be some good bass here, especially with this current. And I've got a plateau of stones out in front of me, like a reef, and then this side of the reef, the beach side of the reef, there's obviously a trough which is about 4 foot deeper than the sand coming up the beach, and that goes anywhere from about 10 foot wide to like 50 foot wide, the trough does, and I'm fishing at the sort of skinny end of that trough. Where it comes up the beach and channels all the food hopefully up to that pinnacle, I'm hoping. That was my theory anyway. Thanks for coming in, 17, welcome in. Looks like we're holding bottom, just about. I have to walk up to the right a bit from the cars because of the wind. But yeah, let's see what we can do, eh? Got my waders with me. I don't think I'm really going to need them today, but just in case I get cold later. I did anticipate wading out a bit and all that, but I don't think I'll do that today. So hopefully we get a massive stonking bite on, because if we do, I've got weed on my line really bad. I have to bring that in. Right, that weed's really bad. It's basically Chesil's made its way here. So we'll see what we can do. I'll shut that bait back up. I need to elasticate that back up a bit. I've just learned something with them clips. You've got to make sure that bait's super tight. Boat engine. Something, as you do. Have another cast. Let's have another go. Yeah, it's like Chesil's turned up on my beach. Never mind. See what we can do. Definitely not putting 2 rods out. I don't even know if I want to go in my multiplier like that because it's too much weed for the lead or not. I've got to set up, but excuse me. Oh, was that a bite? Was that just a lead giving way, I guess? Yeah, I've learnt that clip needs the bait really tightly wound on because the bait had blasted up, but I hadn't wrapped my pennel line round because I expected that tubing to hold it tight, but obviously that didn't. So I've wrapped my pennel line round now the hook, so I should have stopped that equation happening. Yeah, that's a tough sea, guys. Let's see what we can do here. It's very tough. Comments are disappearing well too fast at the moment. Nathan, how's it going, fella? Is that Bert? How's it going, geezer? I can barely see your profile picture, but it is Bert, I'm sure it is. How's it going, geez? I don't think we're going to be able to fish this much, but we'll have a go. That's just slapping right off. What do you expect with 30-mile-an-hour side westerly winds coming from the side? I guess you're going to get a bit of an issue. You know when it's going to happen, isn't it? At least we've got some kite surfer action there to look at as well. Looks like a lovely day out of kiting. Should have gone out kiting. I'm going to do a jump this way. No, he's not. Look like a good wave. He's got his eyes set on one out there. I do kite surfing as well, guys, so I haven't done it for years though, a couple of years. Come on, fish. Definitely tricky fishing today, but we'll see what we can do. Two rods definitely ain't happening today. Hope you're enjoying your Sundays, everyone. Chilling out. Probably where my rod rest is pulled. Looking at the tide mark, I think it's where my rod rest is, mate. Well, that's tough. That's hard work. So we're going to have a rest for a minute. That's too much at the moment. Not be fishing in that. That's far too much to be fishing in right now, guys. So we'll watch the kite surfer for a minute. At least we got the kite surfer to watch, I guess. Hopefully pull some big moves, but he's quite respectful about where he's going. He knows I'm fishing. He's going to tie a bait out for me. Hope everyone's well. We're going to just sit this out for a little while. Yeah, Richard, it's a nightmare, mate. I'm going to just hold on for a minute. I'm going to have a couple of lobs and a multiplier, just the hell of it. I've already had a couple, but I might try with the glove I've got as well. I'll put the reel down as well for a change, so this I might go and have a chuck with a multiplier just as I do. Let's get this bait tucked away so the dog don't get munch it up. Try with that glove. It makes a difference. I've got like a leathery hand glove. I don't think reeling in's going to be nice. I have to take it off, that's the problem. I can already tell you that ain't going to work. I'm going to go and have a chuck, guys, with a multiplier just for a laugh. No guys, no bird's nest, so sorry about that guys, I thought I'd just go down and have a little flick on the multiplier. I don't know if you saw much of it, but I didn't get a bird's nest. And there's a 30-mile-an-hour south, sorry, there's a 30-mile-an-hour westerly, completely sideways on wind, so I was quite proud of myself for not getting a bird's nest. Welcome in guys, sorry I haven't been about, Simon. Welcome in. I've just got to have a bit of a rest because I've just knackered myself out, and also the weed's a bit bad at the moment. I'm kind of quite early on the tide. What is the time now? We're still 3 hours away from high tide, so we're going to give it a little while and we'll carry on. But yeah, I'm confident about having a go with that multiplier now. That was 3 or 4 good, well not good, 2 of them were good and 2 of them were rubbish. Two just ground casts. I'm going to get used to doing them before I start doing all the fancy casts. Yeah, it's 20 to 5, Richard. That's what time high tide is, mate. I just hope we manage to fish because it's a bit weedy. I'm just going to like make a cup of tea, chill out for a minute and see what happens. I haven't got to be anywhere, you know what I mean? So I was hoping the fish into dark and that. It might subside the weed, so we'll just see. We'll keep an eye on it for a minute. I'm not going anywhere yet. Got all my lights with me and everything, so we're all set. Make a cup of tea, have a smoke, see what happens. Until then you've got a lovely bit of scenery to look at, so have a look at the ocean. I'll give it a go in a bit, mate. It's too early, I think, in the tide. I think that's the problem I got, Richard, is where I'm fishing, it's, like I said, about that reef. So the less water that's over that reef, the harder the current rips, yeah? So I'm hoping as the tide comes up, the current might slow a little there, and we might be able to hold bottom better, mate. That's what I'm anticipating to happen anyway. I could go to a 200 gram weight if I need to as well. And Glorious, welcome in, Dan. How you doing, brother? I've just tried fishing Dan 2 casts and I got really weeded out, but we're 3 hours before high tide, so I'm a little bit premature, mate. How's it going, man? Yeah, we're a little bit early, so we're going to sit it out for half an hour. Instead of going on the old multiplier rod, managed to have a few casts without smashing my multiplier a bit, so hope everyone's having a good day. You don't want to look at my mug though, let's have a look at the old ocean. Beautiful day out here, I've got to say. Stunner. Stunner of a day. Get your horizon straight and my sister will be telling me off. Honestly, my sister tells me off, man. I clean my windows today, I think they're dirty now. What they were before. Yeah, Richard, I do it all the time, mate. Once you start cleaning your windows, buddy, it's a nightmare. Because you just notice smears, and then you go and clean inside as well. Once you've done outside and you realise outside's not as clean as you want it, it's a nightmare, man. I don't like paying a window cleaner, not when I'm a roofer and I've got ladders, you know what I mean? I'd never even use the ladders, Richard. I just open the windows and hang out of them. Slide them over and hang out. So I'm a naughty boy. 15 people, 15 likes, thank you very much. I will try fishing again in a minute. It's just a little bit weedy at the moment. And I need to put a bigger lead on, I think, 200 grammer. And I might try the multiplier rod next. Because it's stiffer and it can deal with the wind and the weed better. It's like a broomstick compared to my other rod. We'll learn how to use it properly. You need to learn how to compress it properly. It'll come though. I'm not going to rush it. So we might have a cast on the multiplier rod next, guys. Why not, eh? First fish on it. First time we stuck a bait on it. I've had 2 sessions casting it now. That time we stuck a bait on her. Just wondering if it'd hold up to this wind and the tide better, being stiffer. Seriously, thanks for joining though, guys. I know it's not the most exciting thing right now, but I'm not even going to make any rigs or anything because I've got too many made as it is. I was hoping that kite surfer was going to stay about, but he's gone. We'll have a smoke, we'll have a cup of tea, and we'll get back at it and see if we can get some fishing done rather than weed fishing. It's not even a decent kind of weed, you know what I mean? It's that horrible brown stringy stuff. It's no good to anyone. Yeah, Tasha might be lurking, mate. She might be lurking at break, and you just drop yourself right in it. Good point. Good point, Diane. I think as the water gets closer up, we might have more chance of holding bottom. Because I'm obviously fishing live, I don't want to have my rods right down there. But obviously, as you know, in the wind, the closer to the water, the better. So once the tide gets up a bit, I think we might have a bit more of a chance. I'm going to have a look down the line down there. There you go. There's some pretty good waves rolling down there. Not massive, but hope everyone's having a nice Sunday. What are you having for dinner today then? What's on the menus for today? Richard, what are you having, mate? You cooking a roast today, yeah? She might be lurking though, Richard. You never know, she might have it on earphones listening. And right now I'm talking about it. Tash, Richard's saying he's not done a very good job on the windows. Yeah, sure she'll be happy for just the effort, exactly. I don't know what the weather's like where you are, Richard. It's probably nice and sunny, but is it windy? Not the best day for being on ladders if you're on ladders, mate. Roast pork. Oh, I haven't had a roast pork in a long time, man. Yeah, I'm going to bait up that rig in a minute, and we're going to try the multiplier rod. Let's have a chuck on that. That'll get really weeded up because it's got a leader knot on it. That's going to be my next rod, I think. Have a bash on that. It's a shame we got so much wind, but it was supposed to subside a bit as the day goes on. The phone's obviously not charging very well again. That was at 100%, sure it was. I'm pretty sure this phone stops charging after a while. We're in the old beach shelter, just waiting for a bit more water. We'll have a chuck in a minute. You can see how hard the tide's moving from right to left there. It might be your left to right, I'm not sure when you're looking at the screen, but it's right to left the way I'm looking. That's why I've stuck myself over the left hand side of the beach on walk over to the right cast, and then it'll give it time to bring it over with the tide. Thanks, Richard, most appreciated, man. Sorry if I've missed anyone coming in the chat. I was messing around down there in my multiplier earlier, wasn't I? We've got quite a small tide today, it's very small. Sure, it's only in like the 4 metre range, which is small for him. Might be 3.8 or something, it's quite a small one, if I remember rightly. So, we're on a small tide. Just hoping this weed dissipates so we can actually get some fishing in. Look at the colour of the sea though, it's absolutely minging. Hi Joanne, how's it going? Welcome in. We're just sitting out a bit of, it's been a bit weedy for the last sort of 2 casts, Joanne, so we're just having a little chill for a minute. I've made a brew. Got a nice cup of tea going. So, a quick smoke and a cup of tea, and then we're going to try the cast on the multiplier with a bait on for the first time. It's probably a bad move because I've got a leader on there and it's got a leader knot, obviously. It's probably going to make it a nightmare, to be honest, but that rod's a lot stiffer and the reel's very powerful, so we'll have a go. I'm intrigued. It's going to be a ground cast as far as I can wang it. Hopefully not getting a bird's nest in the process. We'll see what we can do. We'll get it ready now, we'll get the bait sorted. Take the old one off, it's done. mackerel head to no avail. It was a bit weedy, so I'm not surprised. You go with the mackerel tail section and trim off all the gubbins. Let's turn it around too. So we've got mackerel section, we're going to trim off all the malarkey fins and all the bits. It's as simple as that really. It's just going to be a big old bait, wanged out. Pardon me. We're going to stick the bait in the hooking about there. We're going to bind this on hard this time because last time it slipped around a bit. So we're going to bind this one on hard. Need to get some more elastic though. Not that hard. Always around the shank of the eye of the hook. I like to go mental around that. Just hold it down and go crazy around that area. Nice tight mackerel bait, that one. Then we get the pennel, which I have wrapped it round now. Just go there with the pennel like that. I need to put bigger pennels on really. When I want to cast out, it's ready. Just leave it on the side for a minute. We'll deal with that in a minute once I'm ready. At least it's ready to go. So yeah. I hope everyone's well. The phone's going to have unzoomed now, turned it round, isn't it? Yep. Oh no, don't time people out, man. It's not letting me zoom today, guys. It's really weird. It's like the zoom function on it. Anyway, it'll be alright. Yeah, we're going to go for a multiplier cast. Let's go for it. We'll try with the 170 still. We'll see what happens. Might not be enough, but we'll have a go. It's going to be interesting, this cast. That way. Get on and sort this out down there. Get the bigger lead out, that's not holding bottom. Bigger lead out, there's another bigger one in here. I hope so. I don't know if I took them out actually. Oh dear. I think I took my big ones out. Daft, wasn't it? That was not holding bottom. I'm taking them out. Never mind. Yeah, I've only got 170s of them, never mind. That didn't hold bottom at all. Not good. Did the old springs up a little bit. Quite a bit. Does that help? Well, I'm not sure this is going to be very fruitful, this session, because that's not holding bottom and I ain't got a bigger lead on me. It's kind of holding bottom, it's trying. That rod is so much stiffer than the other one. Loads of kite surfers up near Worthing. Always is that, that's being dragged round, there's that groin there, so I've got to watch this. I'm not sure this is going to happen, guys. We've got 30 mile an hour, westerly wind pounding me from the side, big waves. I don't think this is going to happen, to be honest, but get taken into that breakwater if I'm not careful. That was lucky, wasn't it? That's a good thing with having a beefy rod, I guess. Yeah, this ain't happening, I'm afraid. I think we're done, but we'll see. I'm going to hang on for half hour, we'll see. I think we're done, though. In hindsight. Yeah, I think we're probably done, but a little bit much, I think, guys. Don't you? It's a shame, because I really wanted to fish today. JD, brother. Yeah, it's a bit much, Jay. I don't think it's going to happen, mate. It looks bassy as you like. If there wasn't seaweed out there, mate. It looks like, look, it looks like Chesil's made its way here, fella. Look. I'm not surprised, mate, with the wind blowing this way. I got a southwesterly smashing me, a 30 mile an hour southwesterly beating me from the side. It's not going to happen, let's be honest. I'm surprised I didn't lose that rig, but luckily it was being suspended off the end of that breakwater by a bit of weed. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it done, isn't it? But it's sod's law, man. Unless I can hang on and it calms, but I can't see it. I can't see that getting calm. It's getting worse, isn't it? Shame, isn't it? I knew I should have got up to Shane this weekend. Never mind. No, not my rod vest. So yeah, that rig. Would have been lovely had there been less weed. That was the rig I was trying to use for the bass. Never mind. Just wondering if it might ease up a bit, so I'm not going to rush off. It might just chill a bit, you know. Doesn't look like it. But no, if you're watching, I wouldn't bother coming fishing, mate. No, I've already just gone onto the groin, JD. I don't know if you're here then, mate. So I've had a couple of flicks on the multiplier though, Jay, with 30-mile-an-hour side wind. I didn't get in any mess, mate. So maybe I'll fling the multiplier a bit more. Something to do, yeah, I might do that. I'll fling the multiplier for a few chucks. Something to do, innit? Yeah, I'm just going to go and fling a 6-ounce lead a couple of times on the multiplier, guys. Bear with me. I'll be back. Might as well, eh? A bit of practicing. Well, I'm not getting in a bird's nest with it, which is nice. On a windy day as well, so. The fact I'm not getting in a bird's nest on a windy day is nice. Don't know how much of that you saw, guys, but I didn't get in a mess. Well, I don't think fishing's going to happen, I've got to say. I'm just going to sit and chill for a minute, leave the live on for another bit. Just give everyone the sea to look at for a minute, innit? 20 likes. Paul Merritt. Welcome in, John B. Sorry if I missed you guys. I've been messing around with my multiplier. I managed to get that down to half mag on that last cast and it went out lovely, so ground casting is definitely the one for now. It's definitely the best cast for me at the moment. Good old ground cast. But then when there's no wind I can easily achieve 100 yards, so that's all that matters, isn't it? That's all I really need around my area, so. You fish 100 yards around here, but most of the time you're going over the top of stuff you don't want to be going over, so. Shame though, I don't think the fishing's going to happen now, but a bit disappointing seeing how windy it is. I managed to set up so it's not too bad for the camera and all that. Shame. Couple of good waves out the back there though. That bit of reef out there certainly makes a nice wave. So far, with these, I've found you've got to really tie the bait on. You almost need something above the pennel to stop it blasting up because it's hooked on so well. A couple of my baits have shifted up the line. So keep in mind if you buy the Trident rotor clips, you need to somehow fix your bait in place. But I don't think we're going to be able to fish, guys. I think it's too much. I've got nowhere to go either in my local area to get away from this either, other than river fishing, but I don't fancy that. Otherwise I'd move somewhere more like easy to fish, but we haven't got like different vicinities. We've got like south facing beaches and that's it. So when you got the wind from the west there's no getting away from it, unfortunately. But I know what it can be like. It can sometimes die off a bit near a high tide, so let's just hang on a little bit. Why is it letting me remove comments without you seeing them? I didn't want to do that. Casting practice, no, exactly. I'll keep having a go, man. I get a bit tired. You know what I mean? After a few chucks, you get a little bit of arm ache. You know what I'm saying, Jay? I've got the reel like 7-8 inches from the bottom as well, so definitely puts a strain on stuff reeling in. I used to fish it with the reel on my right hand up top, but everyone's telling me to go with it on the left hand. I'm just finding the releasing time a little odd using my left finger, using my left thumb. I'll have another go in a minute. Whilst there's that patch of sand there to ground cast off of, I'll have another go. Need to chuck it more to the right though, so that it gets wanged round, so I'm getting problems with it against that groin again, just by casting. Yeah, we'll have another chuck in a minute. I would take it down with me, but it's well windy down there, so I won't bother. But yeah, it's surprising how nice the reel is, mate. I'm really chuffed with it. I've got the hanger set in the float on the spool up nicely, and I've got the mag set just, well, it'll be 6 clicks from the maximum, so 2 off half, nearly halfway down. Yeah, I'll keep having a little casting practice. Scooby, mate, unfortunately the weed and the wind has stopped play, mate, but I'm going to carry on having a little cast on my new rod once I smoke a cigarette. Dirty things, I don't condone smoking, it's disgusting. But I'm going to have this, and then I'll have a few more flicks and I'll decide what I'm going to do, because every time I have a cast it does assess the weed situation out there, so. And it's good practice casting in this heavy side wind, so I apologise it's not going to be great, but yeah, Jay, it seems a lot better, man, when you get the hang of releasing with your other thumb, because when it's at the top, you're not like using all the rod, are you? It is true, the point of leverage is different, so you just got to get used to the punch pull and using your hand that you're pulling with to let go of your finger, and it's weird, man. It's weird. I'll have another go now. Let me smoke this dirty cigarette and I'll have another go. I'm not going to smoke on screen, but I will tell people that I smoke. It's disgusting. So, mate, I've got my mag set on like nearly half. Got my float adjusted, so there's nearly play left and right, not quite. Let's go. Lovely. No problems today with the multiplier, so happy days. A couple of them even went out nice. Really nice. Yeah, a couple of them flew out there, so I was happy with a couple of them casts. But even just casting out and reeling in, it's pulling me from right to left. So there's no fishing, guys, I'm afraid. Ain't gonna happen. But that was a nice little session casting. Yeah, Jay, mate, like with that sideways wind, you can't get better practice, can you, really, than that? That's savage, mate. That's really difficult. So, and I've got that spool just set just so, man, that it's fluffing as you're casting. You can just feel it under your thumb, just as you're hovering your thumb over, just fluffing it a little bit. So it's just set lovely, you know. It's just tiring reeling in when it's like you're struggling against the tide just to reel in, you know. So the fishing really ain't happening, let's be honest. It's a shame. But at least I've had a chuck on the rod. We've a bit of practice. We have sideways wind, so got live. First time since my mum's funeral and that, so at least we've got out. Broken that duck, so it's nice to get out and chat to you guys, to be honest. I'll have another go in a minute. Yeah, if you can cast in this, Jay, when it's calm, it's going to be so easy, isn't it, man? And I'm finding it quite easy anyway. These new multipliers, mate, these pens, this 525 pen mag 3, I've got to say, mate, is bomb-proof when it comes to casting, mate. It's crazy. Like, I haven't had one major incident now in the couple of times I've tried where with the old style Abus you're always in grief, mate, like non-stop grief. So I'm really impressed. And this rod, I haven't even begun to compress this rod yet, do you know what I mean? Once I learn how to actually suck up the power on this rod a little bit, it'll be a beast. It'll be a beast, man. I mean, I'm getting it a little compressed, but not, I know it ain't compressing, so not properly, so I'm capable though, so it will happen. But yeah, I felt a couple of them casts were okay. I'm going to get a Fathom 2 casting special 15, size 15. That'll be even better, but this one here is still a good reel. Very good reel. Haven't you got these ones, Jay, the 525 Mag 3s? I'm so sorry about the lack of sort of entertainment, guys. It's like, it's a chat down the beach live, how about that? I'll name it Chat Down the Beach. Casting practice. I'm just wondering if I hold on a little bit, we'll be able to hold bottom as the tide comes up a bit harder. As it gets a bit higher, I might have more joy. But the weed's the issue. I'm going to a couple more casts. Pardon me, boy. Oh, getting me. It's tiring, man. Okay, well, there's only so many casts you can do, Jay, in one go, mate. Home button cheeses. Yeah, I'm wondering that, Jay. I get you. I get you, mate. It's a lot smaller, isn't it? I'm never going to cast like 300, 250 yards, so maybe it is the better option, Jay. You're saying it's a lot faster for the size. And what I know what you're saying, fella. To be honest with you, mate, I'm really enjoying that 525. That 525's no issue. .525 is a lovely reel, to be honest. But I don't know why I wanted the 15J, to be honest. I think because of the line capacity, but if you're saying the other one's a slightly smaller spool and maybe I'll look at that one instead, Jay. All I know is that's quite hard work, even just casting in this weather, reeling in. There's still too much weed there to be fishing, unfortunately. It's like we've got Chesil's rafts come through and broken up. I'll have a couple more chucks in a minute. It's better than sitting at home. That ASSO 18-pound bulletproof's nice on the multiplier, I've got to say. Really nice. It's behaving really well considering the wind and stuff. It's going to be great fun fighting things like smooth hounds on that setup because it's so stiff, that rod. It's such a good, it's going to be a great playing rod when it comes to bigger fish. Great rod. Yeah, we've tried, haven't we? This state I'm in mock. Yeah, we've tried, but we failed because the wind and the weeds just too much, man. We've got the day we're hat, and yeah, we've got the day with rods. So yeah, it's failed, but hey ho. Quite happy just to come down and have a mess around. Hope everyone's well on this lovely Sunday. Sorry if I missed anyone in the comments. Noel, if you're watching, abort mission, mate. It's not fishable. It makes me wonder if a different bit of the beach away from the reef would be, but I can't be bothered to move. Try, it's quite a long way to get away from it, so. Like I say, there's no point in me even making any rigs up or anything on live because I've made loads up, so I'll probably call it in a bit. Might have a couple more casts. I can see weed getting churned up in them waves, so it's just not going to happen. Might have a couple more casts, good practice. Good practicing in the bad conditions, so. Yeah, a couple more chucks. The wind's picking right up now. That thing really is a brute of a rod. Once I get the hang of that, it's going to fly out. So it's good to try it in that 30-mile-an-hour crosswind. So, and I have to say, if I'm not having grief in that, I won't have grief at all. So good practice. But I think I really need to call this live and pack up, because it ain't going to happen today. There's too much weed out there. I can't even reel in from a cast. So what's everyone saying? George Salt. Yeah, I'm sorry, George. It's not going to happen today, mate. It's a shame, really. Yeah, what are you baking anyway, man? £295 or £15, yeah. I think the reason, what was the reason I was going to get the bigger fathom for? I think it was for the retrieval. I think that was the reason, because I fish a lot of rough ground, and I think it's got a slightly faster retrieval. I think that's what the 15 was all about, wasn't it? The retrieval. I'm sure that's what it was, unless it's the same, but I can't remember, Jay. There was a reason I had to get the 15. I can't remember what it was. If I get one, Jay, and I don't like it, I'll get another one, isn't it? Simple as that, mate. But I don't know, I'll have a look into it properly, man. Yeah, I'm going to start putting all my stuff away whilst I stay live, because this ain't happening. So I might as well be at home chilling rather than sat here. But it's been nice to come on live and chat to people anyway. There's no point in me flogging a dead horse, because it ain't happening down here, guys, not today. You've got to admit defeat some days, and today's the one. Never mind. I knew it was ambitious. We're not sheltered like some of the parts around the south coast. We're quite exposed around here, so never lets off for us. We always got a bad bit of weather, it seems. We tried, didn't we? That's the main thing. We tried. Pack all the rods up quick whilst I stay live. Might as well stay live for all that bit. Shame though, really wanted to fish. Never mind, next time. It's nice to get out of the house. Nice to chat to you guys. Gives you something to do on a Sunday instead of just, you know, watching TV, I suppose, doesn't it? Shame though, I really wanted to fish. Never mind. Can't alter the weather, can we? Picked up so much of other people's line from this bit of beach, so absolutely mental. Well, it's nice to be out, Jay, you know what I mean? I had to come out, chill out. It's nice to get out for me to chill out, to be honest. So just a shame. It doesn't even look like the tide's letting off. It's getting worse, if anything. Oh, thanks, Richard. I appreciate it, man. It's nice to be out, and I suppose it gives you guys a chance to see the ocean, so not everyone lives near the sea, so I suppose it gives people a chance, doesn't it? Shame though, would have liked to have fished, but can't force it, can we? Even the couple of casts I had on the braid on the fixed spore, didn't have any grief in the wind, so quite surprised with that one. The old braid rod didn't even have any bother, so that was nice. It's all good practice, isn't it, I suppose? I've been out at sea fishing for 20 years until the last sort of 6 months, so it's the first time I tried fishing conditions like this, and I remember why we never bothered. It now reminds me why, but I came, I tried. I've now got to go in clean gear for no reason, but it doesn't matter. I do love my rods and reels though. So glad my friend recommended these Davers. I really do appreciate them. They're good rods. Not everybody likes them, but each to their own, isn't it? That's why we're all individual. I love these rods. I think they're wicked. Really good action on them. The fact is I've got the matching multiplier rod now as well. It's even better. Might give you a good look at that in a minute before I pack it up. Might have another couple of casts yet. Get this rod and reel packed up and might have a couple more. I like the bag today with rods coming. They come in a really nice bag. Friends always commenting on that. I'll try, Richard, mate. I'll try, mate. We'll, I'm looking forward to this the winter period and next sort of spring, mate. Because March and April we get the stingers coming through here, so I'll be hitting them hard next year. Stingray campaign, big time. I love a ray and I love a stingray because they make them a bit more exciting, so we'll have a go at them. Oh, we've got a rainbow over there, look. Gosh. There we go. No fish at the end of that one, unfortunately. Nice little rainbow shot. Pretty much packed up, so might have a couple more chucks on the multiplier rod. That's to do. And pretty much, other than the bivvy and all the other little bits, that's pretty much been packed up, so happy days. Might have, like I say, a couple more chucks. Rainbow's pretty much gone now, so. Bivvy out of shot and that causes grief. Have a couple more chucks on the multiplier rod before I pack up. Yeah, man, next time I'm out we'll get some fishing in. I'm going to definitely have another couple of chucks though, just for the hell of it. Get that rod rest in first. Definitely a shame, but never mind. I used to let things irritate me like that, but not anymore. If you can't fish, you can't fish. To be honest, this is what put me off as a child when I was younger. You just got to remember that it can't always go your way. And as you get older, you remember this stuff and you realise this stuff, don't you? So. Yeah, tripod packed up. The tripod comes in a nice bag. It's handy, isn't it? Definitely have another couple of jacks on the rod. Fancy it, I do. Might as well. You guys another 10 minutes on the live. Like this tripod put in the bag. The more I practice the casting, the better it's going to get, innit? So I really do like this tripod though as well. I feel like I've got my kit sorted now, pretty much. Much where I want to be kit wise now. I have to say I really enjoyed casting that. It's a really nice experience. So compared to multipliers and rods that I used to use, that is something else. I will strap that to my old rod that I used to use though, see what that goes like. So I've got a lovely little 12'8" pen rod that I used to use, and I bet you that'll fire that out there alright with that 535 mag. Might use that occasionally as well, because it's a nice pen rod, that is. Old school pen. That's red as well. But yeah, that was hard work, that last couple to reel in, so. And that's just with weed on it. It must be a major challenge when you've got like a decent smooth handle on a multiplier. Something I've never had. Not when I've been using this sort of multiplier, only when I've been using a self-winder on a boat. It's been stored in it. Get it wound up, get this rod put away, and I'll end the live, guys, so you'll say goodbye to one another. Take all this fishing gear home and clean the stuff that's hardly done anything. Shame, really. I love the way that Dave would put these grippy bits on the spigots to be able to grip hold of it. It really does make a difference undoing your rods. Jay, mate, here you go. This is the rod, mate. You'll see it next time I fish for you, fella. I've got to say. Fabulous. There it is. Happy days. Yeah, thanks for joining me, everyone. I'm going to call it now because obviously I need to pack up my bivvy. I'm going to go home and relax because the fishing didn't happen. I can see so much weed in the waves, it's no wonder it's not happening. So hopefully in the next few days we'll get out again. So on that note, thanks for joining, guys, and we'll try again soon, alright? At least I had to go on the multiplier. Jay, mate, that's a lot harder than you think though, like reeling in, like arthritis-y hands and all that. Oof. Never mind, I'll get used to it. See you later, guys.